level course. Let's go right up here and tap on it. When I tap on the beginners level course, I want to first of all start by going through this. Here, the learning outcome. You want to read the learning outcome and be certain that every word used here is appropriate for that age group. Don't forget that every course is dealt with or related to a. Don't forget that when a user enrolls on our platform, they meet a course that is appropriate for the age they have enlisted with, to be identified as their age range. And that is why here says age group young adults. Don't forget. So the first thing you want to do is, before you tap on enroll, you want to read all these learning outcomes. You want to ensure that from this point right up to the end, there is a flow. It makes sense. So when you read it and you find there is a grammatical error, you want to quickly underline it and then go back and have it edited. I will show you how we get to achieve that. That's for your learning outcome. And also, the next thing you want to do is you want to check the order of the course content. Now, if you look out here, you'd find already there is a problem, because this is a beginner's level course, right? And we did say that there ought to be a flow. There is a way the chapter should flow. The first thing to have in a chapter should be what? Icebreaker. Icebreaker. And the next thing should be what? Course description. And after course description, we ought to have what? Learning outcome. And after learning outcome, we have evidence-based statistics before biblical texts. So this is wrongly ordered. Already, right from the outside, before I even enroll for this course, it's already proven that there is a problem with this course and the course needs editing. Let me show you what ought to be the right order. In our numbering, the icebreaker ought to come as number 1, right? And the number 2 ought to be what? Your course description. And after course description, we ought to have what? Learning outcome as the next chapter. And after learning outcome, it should be evidence-based statistics as the 4th chapter. And after evidence-based statistics, we have our biblical texts, right? That's the 5th chapter. And after biblical text / biblical context, the next thing we want to have is what? Is our teachings. And after our teachings, we go down to what? Resources. And lastly, we terminate at quiz. So these ought to be the way our chapters should be ordered. But this is wrongly ordered. Biblical text is appearing here before evidence-based statistics. They are all wrongly ordered. So when you find something like this, it's a pointer that the chapters are not rightly ordered and you have to go to the original and reorder them. Now, how do we reorder a chapter? How do we get a chapter straightened out so that we don't have icebreaker down here when it ought to be the first, and we don't have course description down here when it ought to be the second? That's the next thing we're going to be seeing now. Let me show you how we get these course chapters rightly ordered and structured.